Good day everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Sunday the 10th of November 2019, and this is the weekly analysis for spot gold and dollar yen for the second week of November. And this is spot gold daily chart, and following Thursday's fall towards the retest of the previous swing low, it has resumed on Friday and hit the weekly S3 pivot level at 1456 area, and it hit the low of 1456.25. So it's right at the support zone, and the next lower level is at 1453. So this is going to be a key support zone for next week. This can now be changed to resistance level, resistance zone. Let's take a look on the weekly time frame, and yes, that's a very bearish move, and this is all due to dollar strength and a risk on environment in the markets with the positive progress in the US-China trade talks, where China announced on Friday that Friday afternoon during the European session that they are working on a deal to roll back the tariffs imposed by the US. So that's part of their negotiations with the US, and we'll see how that progresses over the next week or so, where both sides believe that they are able to finalize the phase 1 deal by this month. All right, let's we can also change this to a fib, either a fib continuation move from swing high to swing low, recent swing low, and the 138 extension, fib extension is at 1417, 1418 area. Or we can also take from the previous swing low, next swing low at 1381.80, and is the 62 fib retracement is around the 1448. So this could be a strong support zone for the interim. If it does break down further, then it might target the 78.6 fib retracement level at the 1419 area. We could also take it all the way from the start of this bullish move from the 200 fib 200 EMA, weekly EMA, but that's going to be quite a wider range, so we can stick to this swing low. Let's go back to the daily time frame, and the 78.6 retracement level is just above the daily 200 EMA as well. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and after breaking below the lower trend line and retesting it on Thursday, it fell hard, and after a slight pullback, it continued lower last night, and late into the just before the close of the US session, it did hit the weekly S3. We'll see what the new weekly pivots are for next week. Let's move back to the daily time frame. So yeah, retracement is not unexpected because of such an extended move, and It's on a daily time frame. It's only just fallen below the 55 period, 55 daily 55 EMA. So there's still quite a bit of room for it to revert back to the 200 EMA mean. All right, let's move on to dollar yen. And dollar yen did bounce off the daily 200 EMA on Thursday and recovered as well as the 21 fib retracement level and attempted to break higher, but got blocked again by the previous swing high at 109.29, as well as the upper trend line of the ascending wedge, and then closed on Friday as a spinning top. So there could be some consolidation at the start of the week, some retracement before any attempt to try to push up higher. This is going to be next key resistance zone, just moving towards the 110 round figure level. We can also switch this fib retracement to the swing high and the swing low, so the bullish continuation move. After retracing to the 50% fib retracement area, where there's this strong support zone with the monthly pivot and the 55 EMA and the 108.00 level as well. So I think we can remove this intermediate zone. This is still going to be a intermediate support where the daily 200 EMA is. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame, and you can see that it did hit the weekly 200 EMA, and it's also a very bullish close for the week. And it's not unexpected that there will be some pullback, a retracement, and the weekly 55 EMA is also just near the 109.00 level. It's a daily time frame. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. So we'll see whether this resistance zone now turns to be support, but I think it's going to be further retracement first, perhaps to the 78.6 fib, where the 55 period EMA is, and before it attempts to push up higher. So this was also the previous resistance zone and then support, where we marked as the daily 200 EMA area. Alright, so for the US this week, there's some news towards the tail end of the week with the CPI figures on Wednesday, retail sales on Friday, and then Fed Chair Powell is going to testify on Wednesday and Thursday to the Congress, and there could be some volatility there. So, but meanwhile, we'll also watch out for the progress of the US-China trade talks, and also follow up on the Tuesday's price action for all the major pairs. And but meanwhile, do check out my other videos on Euro, Cable, and Aussie dollar, as well as the Ichimoku analysis for Euro and Cable as well. Have a good trading week then, and cheers.